Hello everyone, we are from the team Coding Thunders. We are here to present the web programming project on JavaScript called the 15 Puzzle, which is a classic brain teaser. So let's get started. Let me give you the project summary. The project title is 15 Puzzle and the project description, it's a classic brain teaser which we developed using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Our team members are me. I am Himlata Carolyn Palaparthi. I'm the chief programmer and designer. And my teammate is Sai Prati Patibanla. He's the developer and tester for this project. So let me list you the table of contents. First, we will go through the problem statement. Then we will talk about the solution that we achieved. Later, we will also look into the key features and the additional features as requested. We will also discuss the UML diagram, the coding part of our project, and then we'll also talk about the testing we have performed. So what is a problem statement? We all know that the 15 puzzle, it's a classic sliding puzzle comprising of a 4 into 4 grid with numbered tiles and empty space. And it has integrated enthusiasts from decades. Existing 15 puzzle games may lack features that make them engaging for players of all ages and fail to incorporate educational elements. So that is the problem here. Like we are unable to strike the balance between the entertainment and cognitive development. So that is what we want to look into in this particular project. So this is a solution that we came up with. We thought our solution aims to create a captive game that seamlessly blends entertainment and cognitive development. So basically, we are enhancing the traditional 4 into 4 grid with innovative features. Thanks to our professor who has provided to add many features to this project. We seek to provide enthusiasts of all ages with an enriching and enjoyable gaming experience. We also in this solution we used HTML5 and CSS3 to craft the visual components that form the basis of this game. So but the main hero that comes to our solution is JavaScript. The puzzle logic and game mechanics involving tasks like drag events, like tile movement validations and solving status tracking, all that will be implemented using JavaScript code. So let me mention few key features that are in our project. First thing is this project includes interactive gameplay, visual representation, scrambling functionality, objective tracking, responsive design, timer, and mouse counter and customization options. So all these are the features that were listed as just in the project. We have implemented all of those, which are mentioned here. And then upon successful completion, the game displays a victory message with a confetti, like we used popping balls, and also we play a winning music. The next thing is the tile animations and transitions. All those occur on the initial hover, like altering that it alters the text style. Tiles near the empty space which are eligible for movement, they will change the text style when hovered on by the player. The other features that we implemented are that the game randomly selects a background for grid, a startup, and allows players to choose different backgrounds during the gameplay for various grid options. So we have chosen for a theme, which is Tom and Jerry. So based on the different moods that we know regarding Tom and Jerry, we displayed different backgrounds. So we thought it would be a good idea to stick to one theme. Then we also implemented the cheat button. The cheat button instantly solves the puzzle, restoring the tiles to their original positions. So, and it will also actually not play the music that will be played because you are cheating, and that's you don't deserve it basically. And the game displays the player's time and moves upon starting. Throughout the gameplay, exciting background music enhances the user experience. So this is the UML diagram. Basically, the whoever is the user is going to first press the shuffle to start the game, which will also start the music, and then that will begin the game. So if the player is able to shuffle all of the tiles successfully, then he wins the game. And if he doesn't do that, then he just he just wants to end the game, he can end the game. And if he wants to play again, he can just select yes, when an alert button pops up, and then it will shuffle again, and then you can play the game. And if you don't want to play the game, you can just end it. So this is our UML diagram, and this is the gist of our entire project. So coming to the coding part, here we have mainly emphasized on JavaScript code. As you can see here, this is a code that we have used, which we'll be using to change the background images. Like we have provided multiple background images, and based on the moves, like we are going to display some like number of moves. We are going to use the move sound. We implemented that also. We are going to like swap pieces, like all these particular functions we have implemented as part of this. Here we can also see we have functions for stop timer. We have also functions for updating timer, as that is a crucial part of our project. We are going to keep track of the moves and the time that they have taken to complete this particular shuffle game. So we can see that we have used like clear interval, and we have used get element by ID, basically, which is like getting the document DOM object. We have used that multiple times here. Here we have also implemented the initialize game, and like different functions that will be helpful for these particular actions. Similarly, you can see here that we have implemented a few more functions over here. We have used a different logic to make sure that whatever we are trying to do will be achieved. This a particular function for displaying board. Every time we shuffle it, we have to display a board. So that is what is happening over here. All of these functions are will support that. So this is the function for shuffle board that we have used over here. We have also used math library like for to produce the randomness of the shuffle. Here we are like these are the functions that we have used. So you get the gist. This is basically the JavaScript is like the basic foundation of whatever we are doing here, the logic behind this game. Similarly, this is the like for animation, this is for checking if this is for cheat that we are going to use. We are also going to play a cheat sound and then display a text saying cheater. We are also going to display crackers, like increasing the firecrackers, like when the user wins, we are going to do that. And this is basically the CSS part. Anything like will look good with animations and transitions. So we added multiple transitions over here. We used animations, we used keyframes, we used like keyframes popping balls. This will basically be displayed whenever like we win. So we thought it would be a fun idea to incorporate that. So these are the we have many more transitions, but this is what we want to basically highlight over here. The next part will be continued by Pranit.
Coming to the testing part, we did 4 different types of testing. One is usability testing, and there is cross-browser and cross-device testing, and the next one is functional testing, and the last one is a validation testing. Coming to usability testing, it is a method used to evaluate a product's user interface and overall user experience by testing it with real users. Our primary goal is to identify any usability issues, gathering the feedback, and make informed improvements to enhance the product's usability. So in usability testing, we basically tested what we want for our product for the end users. Next, coming to cross-browser and cross-device testing, these are the crucial aspects of web development to ensure that a website or web application functions correctly and look consistent across various browsers and devices. So we tested our applications across various devices, various browsers like Opera, Safari, and Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, kind of. Coming to the functional testing, it is a core of the software testing that focus on verifying that the system or application functions as expected. The goal is to ensure that the software meets the specified requirements and works correctly in various scenarios. In functional testing, we mostly involve individual components and features of the software to validate their behavior. We validated each and every functionality, each and every function, each and every component of our product. So this functional testing. Last but not least, validation testing. Validation testing it's a kind of software testing process that focuses on evaluating whether a system or application complies with its specified requirements and meets the user needs and expectations. We performed after the completion of the development phase and often the development of the software before releasing it to the code server. Our primary goal of validation testing is to ensure that the software as a whole meets the intended purpose and functions as intended in the real world environment to the real users, to the end users. So our validation testing, functional testing, everything went well, and we achieved good success in it. Next review. Next, we followed command methodology. We particularly bound to the agile techniques and the command methodology in our workflow. We follow the basic principle like visualizing the work. The first principle, it's basically emphasizes on creating a visual representation of work, typically on a Kanban board. This board usually consists of columns representing different stages of workflow, that is to do, in progress, done. And each task is represented by a card or sticky note. This visual tool may help us to provide transparency, making it easy for us to understand the status of work items. The next thing is limit the work in progress. So to optimize the flow and maintain efficiency, Command sets the limit on the number of tasks allowed in each stage. These work in progress prevent overloading the team and ensure that the work moves through the system at a manageable pace, reducing the likelihood of bottlenecks and improving overall workflow for us. Next, managing flow. Objective of the managing flow is to it encourages a continuous and balanced flow of work throughout the system, throughout the development process. This involves identifying and removing impediments to smooth flow, minimizing delays, and ensuring that the work progress steadily from initiation to complete. The, the last but not least is continuous improvement. We use a plan to checklist act. We check the list. It's an iterative design and management method which is used by almost all the business for the control and continuous improvement of processes. So this helped us a lot in achieving our desired goals. Next, next thing is benefits. I would also like to highlight some of the benefits of using command methodology. Like it improved our flow. So it improved our work by identifying and eliminating bottlenecks. It also reduced our development life cycle time. So which is the time it take to complete the task. It worked very effectively in this. It also increased transparency. It made it easy to see the status of the work at any given time. This helped us to improve communication and collaboration between both of us. It also increases the flexibility. Kanban is a flexible method that can be adapted to a variety of workflows. So it improved flexibility in the code. I want to highlight the practices of the Kanban we used in our project. Like we used a Kanban board. It acts as a central tool for us to visualizing and managing the work. So we also limit the work in progress to prevent bottlenecks. We also use it pull systems. Pull systems helps us to ensure that work pulled through workflow based on demand rather than being pushed through based on availability. We also used a feedback loops. These loops helps us to identify and address problems early on. So as professor highlighted, this helped us to achieve our desired goals in a short span of time. It helps us individually as well to know about the software development life cycle and the phases of the software development.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, now we'll see the demo of our project. This is our index.html. This is our main file. As you can see on the backside in the browser, this is the main page, which is the starting page or the index page of our project. So it is developed using HTML and CSS, purely based on HTML and CSS. And we added different div styles and div elements, and we added a header as well. Div elements and div styles. This is the CSS for the index. It has Padil container, and it basically development div elements and containers. And the main page, which is our heart to our project, is 15.js. It is rendering to 15.html and 15.css. So coming to 15.html, we used initialize game function, which is used to initialize the game, and we added routing to the index and 15.html in the navigation bar. So we also highlighted the number of moves and the game time here in the 15.html. Coming to the select container, we developed a select container to show the different to select the different images, the different puzzles. So we also used a button container, which is used to shuffle board and the cheat, and we added our parsers at the bottom of our page. Now coming to 15.css. So this is a 15.css code. We use many containers and elements with header properties, media property, and also wrapper things, and also this external CSS to 15.html file. So we added different types of CSS elements. We also added different buttons. We also had different animations, different things for records to show the tiles. This is the animation for popping balls. We used a keyframes animation. This is a firecracker, which highlights after the game is completed, or the winner, or if the player is succeeded the game. So coming to our core of the project, 15.js. This is our 15.js. So we use different elements in this. We used backgrounds. We used a stop timer function, different function. This is used to stop the timer. This is used to update the timer after every move. after every second. This function is used to shuffle the board. This shuffles the board after clicking on the shuffle button. This function will activate and it shuffles the board. And coming to display board, this is the initial function that displays the whole board. And next, coming to check if one, this checks if the player has won the game. If it is solved, we'll play some sounds and we display the crackers. If the player click on cheat button, it will reset to the puzzle and it will move to the main page. This is the code for display crackers and it will alert the user. So when the game is completed, whether to play again or not. Now let's show the demo of our project. So this is the home page. As you can see, next we can go to the puzzle page. So this is the initial puzzle page. This is the starting point of the game. So here we can see the number of moves and the game time in seconds. It just highlights the a text, and these are the different types of moves or the different puzzles we can solve. This is the happy Tom and Jerry figure, and this is the figure for fighting Tom and Jerry, and this is for resting Tom and Jerry, and this is for the Tom and chase the Jerry. So this is usually use it to change the puzzle theme. So for example, I want to play the rest. Let's go with the rest. So there is no initial movement as this is the initial phase. It just use it to see how the actual puzzle or the figure looks like. Now we'll shuffle the game actually. So as soon as we shuffle the game, it displays the number of moves and the game time in seconds. So that it shows the number of moves and the game time. So if you shuffle it again, the sound will play again. If you click on the shuffle button again, it will again play the game. I will again play the music from the starting. So as soon as it's shuffle, it will start the music to play. Now I want to play the game. So so the block which you want to play, if this block is not eligible to move, it will highlight. So this is also not eligible to move. This is also not eligible to move. So it's highlighted with the red color, and the number is highlighted with the green color with underline. This is this block is not eligible to move. This is also not eligible to move. This is also not eligible. This is eligible to move. So that it is highlighted with the red outlet and the green underline. So if you click on this, it will play music. It shows that a movement has happened. So it calculates the moves and the time as well. So as soon as you move the game, it calculates everything. So for example, I am playing for this a long time, like 1 minute, and I'm unable to solve it. So I can just simply cheat the game. So if I click on the cheat, it will pop a cheat music and it will go to the initial puzzle, original piece of the puzzle. So we can see like this. So it shows me a cheater because I'm guessing. I'm unable to guess and I'm cheating the puzzle. So it shows me a cheater. So this is the initial phase, right? If you won the game, so for example, now the game is won. So it's popping the balls and it's playing success music or the winning music. It is highlighting the total time taken and the total number of moves I did. And these balls are to highlight the winner. This is also showing me an alert. So like congratulations, we solved the puzzle. Do you want to play again? So if you want to play again, we can click on OK. Else we can click on the cancel. So if you want to play again, so we can just simply click on the OK and it will start the game from the start. So this is our game. We purely developed this on JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Thank you. Thank you for your time and patience.